In 2009, the Sun's atmosphere experiences unusually powerful flares, catching the attention of Dr. Helmsley. He travels to India to confer with astrophysicist Satnam, and together they descend 11,000 feet underground in a copper mine. In the mine's lab, Satnam reveals that historic solar flares are heating the Earth's core, demonstrated by boiling groundwater. Concerned about a global catastrophe, Helmsley rushes back to the USA, interrupting a gala to report the issue to Anheuser, head of the presidential administration. By 2010, U.S. President Wilson addresses the G8 summit about the impending end of the world. While this information remains undisclosed to the public, the world's powerful individuals initiate plans. In the Tibetan Valley, large ark ships are constructed for the elite, presented as dams to the locals. People with specific skills stay while others are relocated. By 2011, ark tickets are sold to the elite for €1 billion each. In the Louvre, Wilson's daughter Laura replaces the Mona Lisa with a fake to safeguard it. In 2012, news discusses the Mayan calendar, and public belief in the impending apocalypse leads to mass self-deletion. Cracks appear in California streets, dismissed as mini-quakes. At a harbor, a sinking cruise ship alarms passengers. That evening, Laura learns the truth about the art relocation and the mysterious death of the Louvre director. Meanwhile, Helmsley and Anheuser inform Wilson that the end is approaching faster than anticipated. Laura confronts them, demanding answers about her organization. Wilson reluctantly reveals the truth. Simultaneously, Jackson takes his kids to Yellowstone, where they witness unusual military activity. Helmsley informs Jackson about geological instability and advises evacuation. Jackson and his children, unaware of the impending catastrophe, encounter Charlie at a camping area. Charlie questions the scientist's narrative, and Jackson, skeptical, later listens to Charlie's radio show about the upcoming apocalypse. Charlie provides evidence of individuals dying for revealing the truth, convincing Jackson of the severity. Jackson discovers a professor's death and a map leading to government spaceships, initially dismissing the idea before returning to his tent. As the narrative unfolds, the aftermath of the catastrophic events becomes increasingly dire. The series of earthquakes in California, initially a harbinger of impending doom, intensify, leading to a significant ground crack that splits a supermarket in two. Fortunately, there are no casualties, but the severity of the situation prompts urgency from Jackson's ex-wife, Kate, who implores him to retrieve the kids immediately. Simultaneously, Anheuser relays troubling news to Wilson. Only 4 arcs have been completed, rendering mass salvation unattainable. Helmsley, in a meeting with global leaders, delivers a grim report, emphasizing that they have a mere 2 to 3 days left before calamity strikes. In response, Wilson declares the commencement of an evacuation plan, setting the stage for a desperate bid to save humanity. Jackson, having deposited the kids at Kate's, receives a clandestine call from the Russian oligarch Karpov. The unfolding chaos reveals Karpov's clandestine preparations for evacuation, compelling him to instruct Jackson to bring his twin sons to the airport. Amidst a mini-quake, one of the twins eerily predicts Jackson's impending demise while they escape on a ship. Intrigued by this foreboding prediction, Jackson decides to rent a plane and rushes back to rescue his family. A more potent earthquake strikes California, causing widespread destruction. Navigating through the chaos, Jackson's group narrowly escapes collapsing houses and pitfalls. Upon reaching the airport, they are confronted with the grim reality of the dead pilot. Gordon, with minimal flying experience, nervously takes the reins, managing a harrowing takeoff just as the airport succumbs to destruction. The city of Los Angeles crumbles, and coastal areas are submerged as the sea advances. Yellowstone, a pit stop on their tumultuous journey, reveals the absence of Charlie, who awaits the impending catastrophe atop a mountain. Jackson, driving toward the mountain, witnesses peculiar phenomena, a swarm of birds and sinking hills. Charlie, in his final broadcast, succumbs to a volcanic eruption, leaving Jackson and his family to narrowly escape in the van. The journey continues, with the family arriving at the airport to retrieve the map from the van. In a heart-stopping moment, the van falls, seemingly taking Jackson with it. Gordon, preparing for takeoff, is surprised when Jackson emerges at the last second, rejoining the family. The plane takes off, leaving behind the erupting landscape. Consulting the map, they set their course for China, a destination fraught with uncertainty. As night falls, Anheuser and Helmsley bear witness to global devastation, with natural disasters wreaking havoc, landmarks crumbling, and millions facing imminent demise. Helmsley advocates for truth, suggesting a public disclosure, but Anheuser insists on maintaining secrecy until the chosen ones are safely aboard the arks. Wilson, steadfast in his commitment, opts to stay behind as Anheuser assumes command, leading the chosen ones to safety. In a poignant moment, Wilson takes to the public stage, revealing the harsh reality. The group led by Jackson arrives at the Las Vegas airport, where Karpov, prepared for the impending catastrophe, awaits with his family. Jackson's earnest plea convinces Karpov to include his family. Boarding a massive plane designed to carry cars, they navigate challenges to take off for China. Flying over Hawaii, they are confronted with the surreal sight of the island covered in lava, a testament to the relentless advance of destruction. Meanwhile, in Tibet, a Buddhist monk named Nema learns of the impending disaster and, with permission from his master, embarks on a journey to rescue his grandparents. In Washington, D.C., volcanic ash continues to fall, prompting Wilson to open the White House as a refuge. However, an earthquake strikes, leading to the collapse of the Washington Monument. The Vatican faces a similar fate as an earthquake interrupts a special mass, causing the building to crumble. Reports flood in, signaling the formation of tsunamis worldwide. A cruise ship in the middle of the sea becomes a victim of the powerful waves, flipping over as the workers confront the inevitable. In Washington, D.C., Wilson, covered in ash, finds himself amidst a landscape of devastation, only to witness a tsunami sweeping through, claiming the lives of survivors, including Wilson himself. Meanwhile, Helmsley makes a chilling discovery. The base housing the arks will be submerged in 6 hours, and the Earth's crust undergoes significant shifts. Magnetic poles reverse, with the North Pole now located in Wisconsin. The unfolding events paint a picture of a world in turmoil, with the forces of nature reshaping the very fabric of the planet. Returning to Jackson's group, Sasha alerts them to the dwindling fuel, necessitating an emergency landing. As the plane descends, the startling absence of the ocean becomes apparent due to continental shifts, placing them in the Himalayas, close to the Ark construction site. Despite efforts, the plane loses power, forcing Sasha to initiate a perilous landing. Recognizing the challenge, Sasha instructs everyone to evacuate through the cargo area using cars. Jackson's family, aided by Gordon initially, escapes safely, but other vehicles crash as the plane, now on ice, slides off a cliff, instantly erupting in flames and claiming Sasha's life. In a timely manner, Chinese cargo helicopters appear, transporting animals to the arks. Observing the stranded families, the officers rescue only those with tickets. Karpov departs with his children, but leaves Tamara behind, aware of her infidelity with Sasha. The group, seeking refuge, encounters Nema, who agrees to provide transportation. Simultaneously, Helmsley's group arrives, dismayed by the disparity among those granted access to the arks. Discontent simmers as it becomes evident that luxury is prioritized over skills. Amidst the turmoil, Helmsley receives a heartbreaking call from Satnam, trapped in a tsunami's path, bidding a final farewell. In a frantic race against time, Helmsley discovers that the approaching wave leaves them with only half an hour. Outside the base, Nima arrives, but his brother Tenzin initially resists sheltering anyone beyond their family. Urged by Kate, Tenzin relents, allowing the group inside. The Arks prepare for departure, unveiling the harsh reality that the damaged third Ark cannot be repaired. Tensions escalate as those excluded strive to board. Karpov, driven by desperation, punches a guard, initiating a chaotic rush toward the Arks. The impending wave heightens the urgency. Tenzin guides the group to the Ark through an alternative route, narrowly avoiding the chaos. Moments of tension unfold as Tamara reunites with her dog, and Karpov, just in time, throws his kids into the Ark before succumbing to the waves. With the gate jammed, the Ark is unable to depart. A plea from Helmsley to open the gates echoes the need to preserve humanity, compelling the leaders to relent. The gates open, triggering a perilous journey for Jackson's group inside. Inside the Ark, chaos ensues as the group navigates the lifting mechanisms during the gate's partial opening. Tenzin and Gordon teeter on the edge, leading to a tragic outcome as Gordon succumbs to the gears. Jackson, risking his life, intervenes, saving Tenzin, but enduring a close call. With a narrow escape, the crowd rushes inside as the wave draws closer. The gates start to close, and Karpov, at the last moment, sacrifices himself, hurling his children into the Ark. As the wave hits, chaos erupts, and water breaches Helmsley's Ark. The security system initiates compartmental lockdowns, trapping Jackson's group. A plane collides, causing the Ark to shake uncontrollably. The imminent collision with Everest adds to the peril. Helmsley, guided by communication with Jackson, instructs him on unlocking the lift mechanism. Jackson, risking everything, succeeds with the help of Kate's son. The Ark narrowly avoids catastrophe, celebrating a precarious victory. Subsequently, days are counted after the flood. On day 27 of month 1, Helmsley and Laura share their first kiss. As the skies clear, people step outside the Arks, reveling in the newfound hope. Helmsley, through satellite reports, confirms receding waters and the rise of the African continent. The Ark set course for Africa, embarking on a journey to rebuild and start anew.